was also supposed to be a strong counseling for Afrikaners, for them to know that black people are now human beings who can live together because of racism and killing them was in their blood after 48 years. So that's why they continue to kill black people and being racist. After 1994, white people, they created private healthcare and they created private schools for their kids to get a good quality education. And while black South Africans were going to public schools to get a useless education so that they can continue to look like they are stupid and they are not creative and they are just consumers, like becoming securities and becoming cleaners and becoming our auntie to look after white people and just this. Welcome at UBUNTU Culture. Today, let's talk about what went wrong after 1994 when we got so-called freedom. Don't forget to like and subscribe. If you want to see more videos, you can go to my videos. After 1994, black people were supposed to get a proper counseling after living in fear for 48 years, being raped, being traumatized, being demonized and victimized, and and being colonized and killing of millions and millions of black people and being they were being deprived for certain opportunities. So obvious that you have done a lot of damage to their minds. You were locked for a very long time and you get out. Obvious you will continue to believe that you are still locked, and you will continue to believe that you are still nothing, you are just a slave, and with a lot of limitations up until you get help mentally. So if one person is mentally disturbed, then his surrounding will also get affected, and that the family, and that will lead to affecting the community, and when the whole community is affected, that will lead to affect, and that will also affect the entire nation. I believe that's why we are where we are today as a nation, like as black people, finding ourselves consuming alcohol in a bad way, and finding ourselves consuming drugs the way that we are doing. And also is being still colonized and being taught a false history about ourselves. So it's because of injustices of the past, and white people, they are scared of black people in a way that, like, I'm gonna make an example. If we have committed atrocities to a certain group of people, and for a long time, like for 48 years, so obviously, you at some point you will think that those people, maybe they can retaliate, they can retaliate for themselves, and even if those people, they can say we have forgiven you, but you will always have that thing in your mind at some point. So the solution now is to be on top, to control those people, to manage those people, as what is happening now. Like black people are not on power, so white people are still only controlling everything. So it's because of fear, and that leads also to some like leyo nto leyo itshela uba kubekho amathuba whereby a certain group of people are being deprived for certain opportunities because of, if they phakama, the certain race, the group of people, they have anxiety of what can happen to that phakama. So the biggest threat of a white person is to because of what happened in the past. They have that anxiety, even if it's not them that committed those atrocities, even if it's their grandfathers, but the fear is always there. What if the dad can wake up and do something like this and this? And the internet doesn't lie. The internet keeps everything there. So like those atrocities, some clips that is emotional and other things. So there was also supposed to be a strong counseling for Afrikaners, for them to know that black people are now human beings. We can live together because of racism and killing them was in their blood after 48 years. So that's why they continue to kill our black people and being racist. Going to talk about the apartheid government. The apartheid government was owning everything, was owning mines, was owning banks, and he was owning even big companies. That's why people they keep referring to the apartheid government that it was better during the apartheid, like in terms of service delivery and infrastructure. And what happened when the black government took over? White people they invested their money overseas, and like the big companies will privatize, and the banks are not owned by the government, and the mines are not owned by the government. So it was like a threat. It was like white people are saying, "Oh, let's give black people a chance to live," but they are going to fail. So, and when the black government took over, the black government was servicing the whole population group of South Africans, whether you are black or white, under the government. And there was not enough experience from the side of our black government, like the Nelson Mandela, when he took over. It didn't work. It didn't work as a deputy president before he becomes the president. He just went straight to become the president. And I believe that he did he did the best that he could. And remember, at that time there was a division, so he has to unite the black and white. So after 1994, white people they created private healthcare, and they created private schools for their kids to get a good quality education. And while black South Africans were going to public schools to get a useless education so that they can continue to look like they are stupid and they are not creative and they are just consumers, like becoming securities and becoming cleaners and becoming abo auntie to look after white people, and just those black people who were privileged back in the days, they managed to benefit from the private schools to take their kids there. So what now did the creation of private schools and private healthcare? It created the collapsing. It resulted in collapsing the public healthcare and the public schools, because of now black people, those were privileged, they were busy taking their kids to private schools and also paying a lot of money for the medical aid. Also they were like managing to pay the medical aid. So now the public healthcare and the public schools, they ended up collapsing because of certain earning better. They were taking their kids to better schools. Now the public schools and the private public healthcare, it kept on collapsing in that way, and I believe that it will keep on collapsing because of if the public healthcare and the private upgrade, that will mean that people will move their kids from private schools to the public schools because of it's free. But I don't see that happening in South Africa. So long those who are controlling the country are still benefiting. The public schools and the public healthcare will still keep on collapsing. Some other things are intentional in South Africa, but you can also leave your comment on the comment section on what went wrong after 1994.